already King Recon here, man, to continue the awesome sauce of Chrollo versus Hisoka. Cheers! A cheers! Man, where is it, man? A toast to 4 weeks of Hunter x Hunter. If at the end of this chapter there's a hiatus thing, I might throw this water cup. I just might. But 4 weeks straight of Hunter x Hunter awesome sauce, and I'm so happy. So now the name of this chapter is called Head, and we're starting off right here with an explanation from our dear and amazing narrator. Hunter x Hunter's narrator is probably tied with freaking Dragon Ball Z's narrator for my favorite narrator in anime manga, because man, Hunter x Hunter's narrator is freaking beast, especially in the anarch. Screw it. Let's get right into it. The head of an adult male weighs approximately 7 to 8 kilograms. Interesting. I've never really researched it. Whoa, wait, it's equal to a 16. Whoa, to a bowling ball. A 16 bowling ball as well. That's pretty interesting. But I'm going to assume that is the average adult male. You know, some obviously can weigh more than others. But regardless, we continue moving forward, and we see Chrollo. We leave exactly where we left off last week with the two. Oh, okay, now I see, because I remember the comments saying there was 2 heads. They're absolutely right. I see that the head bouncing off them up here, and the other one which he uses as a diversion on this side. That makes it even heavier than the weight of your average man's professional bowling ball. That's insane. By extending my bungee gum's hour up from my left foot, Hisoka's crazy, and attaching it to a second head, I was able to pull off this blind spot attack. You know, man, it's very. Bro, look at the panel right here, man. Chrollo's like, woo. He's being setting off into another dimension here, man. He's warping on some Danny Phantom stuff, and then we see Hisoka's being blown off. Contract. And then we see a little small miniature panel of Chrollo. Chrollo heard that. He was like, whoa, man, I gotta take it easy. So Chrollo gets back up, and it appears that he blocks it this time with his elbow. Man, these guys are constantly on their grind. Alright, so then Hisoka's... Look at the angle Hisoka's attacking from, man. That looks extremely painful. Coming up from that angle, like, your back, dude. Ow! So here we see that Chrollo manages to get on his feet once more. Actually, both of them manage to get on their feet. Chrollo has a beast stance, man. You know what Chrollo looks like? Chrollo looks like a more badass version of the main character of Watch Dogs. He just looks like he's about to wreck something, or just go in or hack something or something, you know? He just looks beast, and he's holding a little book right there. Let's go. Skill Hunter. How remarkable. Even after all that, you didn't let go. Of course not, man. That's Chrollo. Oh, and Chrollo's getting right back into offense, and I really like this panel over here because it once again showing Hisoka's muscles, man. Dude, those things had to have gotten bigger. I don't recall them being that big, man. I'm telling you, my boy must have been jerking it or something, because those things are massive. They're huge. So here we see that he's holding one of the heads. Look at the size of that thing. I can walk straight up that thing and go back down, and I'd be scared for my life. That's how big that mountain is. Man, Hisoka's muscles are massive. I'm telling you, I'm walking. I would probably follow my death. That's how massive that mountain is, man. That's this man's muscles. And he's just using that head and just going in on every single individual here. Oh, man, I think he caught Chrollo in the distance. Yes, he did. He got Chrollo in the distance. Here he is. He's dodging. My boy Chrollo's dodging. They're both crazy, man. He got away. He disappeared back into the crowd again, and we see the Chrollo's continuously just taking out all of these guys from the crowd with that head. Shout out to Bungee Gum, though, man. Bungee Gum is truly something special. Especially even just in Hunter x Hunter, it truly is a special ability, because at first glance, you know, it doesn't seem like you can do much with it. But man, Hisoka uses it to its best abilities. Hisoka really does use that ability the best possible way that you can. You know, sometimes I think of Bungee going like, man, what else would I do with this ability that Hisoka hasn't already done? And you know, there's some stuff that he hasn't done yet. If I destroy every single one of these, he won't need to maintain the stamp anymore. And with his bookmark affixed on Gallery Fake, I love that name, he'd be free to mass produce more copies. Definitely not a loop I wasn't to get stuck in. Just 5 more of them. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, man, just straight up, get your arms out of here. Damn, yo, he's looking at his savage. Look at his muscles. My boy thinks he's playing Street Fighter. Oh, snap. He has him up as a hostage. And he's not letting go of that head. He still has that head intact. As long as the stamp on this guy hasn't disappeared, that limits Chrollo's possible actions. His next move will likely be A. Without dispelling the stamp, he'll give new orders out to the puppets still on standby. B. He'll dispel the stamp and make more puppet copies with Gallery Fake, and after that, he'll either A. use the stamp to give out new orders, or B. use his left hand from convert hands to change his form. That is interesting. Let me read that one more time. Without dispelling the stamp, he'll give new orders out to the puppets still on standby, okay? He'll spell the stamp and make more puppet copies of Gallery Fake, and after that, he'll either use the stamp to give out new orders or use his left hand from convert hands to change his form. You know, he's right. Either of these could work, but the freaking Chrollo... Wait. Option 1 is definitely a possibility. After all, the damage I've taken so far is still only superficial. If he goes with option 1, according to my estimations, there should be around 50 or more puppet copies left. In order to secure a certain victory, it's highly likely that Chrollo will continue the same plan of attack, chipping away at my stamina and aura. But option 2 is even more probable. The more soldiers he has, the better. And by going with B after transforming, he can blend back into the crowd, steal someone's clothes, and complete his disguise. That's by far the best option. But you know something, with Chrollo... Well, let me continue, because well, you know what, fuck it. This is Hunter x Hunter. Let me actually think this out. Because the thing is even though the last option is the best possible option, he can certainly still continue the same chip and like he could just chip away at his stamina, just like he said earlier for the first option. I mean, that is also a very viable option, is continue to do that instead of having to go through all the hard work and then go back and steal someone's clothes and yada yada yada. So I don't know. Certainly he could very well bridge the two, you know, go from chipping away, but at the same time, while he's chipping away, he can continuously go back and forth and just do the same thing that he did in option B anyways. So, I don't know. But Chrollo, he has a massive amount of options. He's clearly, at least the way that I see it, he clearly has the advantage here. But we'll see what happens. The order stamp on his forehead just vanished, so he's going with option 2. Oh my. And Hisoka's looking from side to side. He doesn't know where Chrollo could possibly be. Since he still has his bookmark on Gallery Fake, Chrollo will be able to activate it without needing the book in his hands while he stays hidden. But he's likely to cause a scene if he's spotted in the audience looking the way he does right now, creating tons of copies, so he risks me finding him. But what if he goes with option B and uses convert hands the moment he's done with making copies? Finding Chrollo in this crowd after he's turned into someone else would be extremely difficult. No doubts. No doubts. He would seriously have to go through, and there's still a lot of people in the crowd, so that the man would seriously have to go through a bunch of different bodies, and by then Chrollo would probably either turn into somebody else, or he could have already gone back to using another ability. So, just like I said before, Chrollo has the advantage here. As my boy Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, man, he has the high ground. He has the advantage, and Chrollo has the high ground and the advantage. Before that happens, I've got to find him. Where are you? If he wants to stay on the move while he's making copies, then he'd be where the previous copy puppets were waiting on standby. Oh man, can Hisoka see it? So that he can create new puppets while moving and put stamps on his previous copy puppets. Oh, and he sees them in the distance. Like, Chrollo looks so beast right there, man. Let me save that panel. That's really nice. Save it. Shit, it's not saving. Alright, there we go, saved. And we see Hisoka's looking up, and he's chasing right after him. And you see all the bodies around him. They don't even know what to do, man. Hey, you look at freaking Chrollo. Chrollo looks like he's running after, hitting the poon and leaving, man. He's like, I'm out here. He's jetting, boy. He's out of there. Let's go on to the next page. Hisoka goes in, and he launches that head directly at Chrollo. Chrollo dodges using his observation hockey. He goes to the side. And then Hisoka brings it right back with Bungee Gum. I'm telling you, man, that Bungee Gum ability is nasty. If Hisoka was a baseball player, that ability would be out of this world, man. Just straight up strike, or just like, and then move it like right down to the side. Or if he were to connect to something else, well, getting off the baseball talk, but still, Hisoka would be ridiculously dangerous while playing baseball, man. Just no doubt. He would be the best pitcher since my boy Togashi from One Outs. No doubt. No doubts. No doubts. He would be an insane pitcher. Whoa. But what if Oh, and Chrollo looks like he's digging right into that appears to be his hand. But what if inside his clothes Chrollo has his book open, not to the page with order stamp on it, nor to the page with convert hands, but to the page with black voice? That is interesting. That is very interesting. And that means he'd be holding a cell phone and antenna in his left hand that he has hidden. I can't go charging in carelessly. But if my assumption is right, then right now Chrollo will be fully on the defensive, as he probably wants to avoid fighting under these circumstances. Does that mean my counterattack threw a monkey wrench into his plans? In that case, I don't need to hold back at all. Ooh, snap! And he gets right in front of Chrollo, and he just jets that head right across from Chrollo, of course, backs away. Yes, that's it. That way. Bungee gum, contract, release, floor gum. And so he connected all that to the bodies that he nailed on earlier. And Chrollo's looked back. He's shocked. He's like, whoa. But I'm pretty sure that Chrollo saw this coming. I certainly didn't see it coming, but let's see. Run away! By attaching one end of my bungee gum to the backs of the fleeing crowd and the other to the floor. Oh, that's genius. Hold it, bub. No way, Jose. The crowd builds up potential energy for me all on their own. Oh, man. So now now he pushed him right into Chrollo. Chrollo, of course, is going to have no escape here. So let's see how Hisoka's going to take care of the situation. Hisoka just jumps down and once again launches that head like a freaking baseball, man. Just straight up. I mean, talk about you want to talk about 100 miles per hour fastball? He's probably throwing it even faster. Seriously, real talk. Look at Chrollo from here. Chrollo's looking over there, and he makes the body get the blow for him. Beautiful. I mean, it's what he needs to do. If they are already in Hisoka's possession, then it's not like it's one of his. Well, he'd probably use one of his copies anyway to do it. But he's using one of Hisoka's guys to take the blow for him. It's a strategy that anyone would use. What's this? He missed. Hisoka has just let a perfect chance slip through his fingers. Is that the announcer? Not at all. I'm just getting the trash out of the way. Okay, Hisoka, I feel it. And then here we see the Chrollo jumps up into the air. He attached bungee gum to his foot. When I sent the crowd flying at you, I already had this attached. No way. It's impossible. When did he pull it off? Contract. Oh, snap. Is he about to make the head collide? Bro, that thing is going to be... Oh, so that's why in the beginning of the chapter, it was called head. And he was showing just the weight of the bowling ball. Because this bowling ball nails Chrollo. That thing's gonna feel like a freaking bowling ball is nailing him, man. No matter where it hits him, whether it's his nuts, or in his chest, or in his head. I mean, a bowling ball can knock somebody out, man. We've seen it in movies. I've never actually seen a bowling ball knock somebody out, but that thing hurts. That thing hurts. I dropped one on my foot one time. Yeah, that junk hurts, man. That junk really, really hurts. So, let's see. Hisoka goes in and look at that stance, just like a pitcher. He launches it, with the speed and the velocity that thing has, and it's launching, and it has Hisoka's. That's why he's been focusing on his muscles, because through focusing on his muscles, it makes sense because now it shows why he's launching this head. He's launching this head at this speed because of the muscles that he's gained. That's why Togashi's been showing so much, putting so much emphasis on his muscles, showcasing this man is strong and he's able to launch this thing. So he's launching this head, which is the weight of a bowling ball, at Chrollo at speeds of a fastball. I mean, listen, a regular fastball from that little tiny baseball would hurt, but for God's sakes, a bowling ball hitting that, it might kill a person. And it looks like it hit. Did I hit Chrollo right in his back? Oh man, right in his back, and you see the blood coming right out of him. I mean, it's brilliant strategy though. It really is. If Hisoka already knew that the head was like a bowling ball, then it was brilliant strategy. Absolutely brilliant strategy. So then he goes down. Chrollo, it seems that he hits the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. But then here we see Chrollo, man. He's bleeding. Oh my god! Ow! Oh no! Nope. That has to be a copy. It just might be. It has to be a copy. I knew it! I knew it was a copy. Chrollo does not let himself be outsmarted like that. So, I mean, listen. That is insane, though, because Chrollo even saw that coming. Yeah, as the reader, I didn't even see it coming. And he knew it was coming. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Shout out to Chrollo, man. So earlier what he used, that was a diversion. He knew that's what Hisoka would see. So right now, Chrollo, I'm pretty sure, since this was the exact moment that Hisoka came in for the attack, now Chrollo's gonna come in, he's gonna attack him the same way that Hisoka attacked him last chapter. The really nice little thing called flash to the beginning of the series, to where Gon used it to grab Hisoka's tag. So it's just regular, things that any hunter would use. Wait until your opponent attacks. That's whenever you're going for the hunt. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love how these strategies, they're so amazing, but they're the simple basics of being a hunter, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. He used the right hand of convert hands to create a Chrollo copy and was controlling it. So when he had the bookmark affixed on covert hands, on top of that, he's using it together with Black Voice. But then what's this? Sun and Moon. He misled him. Yo, dude! What makes it truly troublesome is not the fact that once affixed, the seals won't ever disappear until they explode, but that the copies have been marked with a seal won't disappear. Yo, layer upon... Yo, that was very, very beast. Real talk, because the thing is that I love about this fight is becoming one of my favorite fights in the entire series. What I'm loving about this fight is they're using each other's tactics against each other the moment after they use it, and it's genius, man. I can't wait for this fight to be animated, man. Let me go back and look back at that last page again, because that last page was shocking. Chrollo, he uses the covert hands. Or he used a Chrollo. He created a Chrollo copy by using the covert hands, and then he goes in there and he uses it together with Black Voice. We still don't know where the real Chrollo is. So, but then he gets shocked because he's like, "What's this?" And it's the Sun and Moon. And you know what? I'm curious. I'm really, really curious, because even Hisoka himself is shook, because it keeps bottling and just keeps towering and building and building. Chrollo, just like Hisoka, has been using his bungee gum and has been planting these little seeds everywhere to make sure that at the right time he can attack. Chrollo's been doing the same thing, but Chrollo has a massive array of different abilities he can use at any time, and that's one of the things that really makes Chrollo one of my favorite characters, man. It truly always has been, and it still is. I mean, it's just, if you use that intellect along with all those abilities, who can stop him? It's insane. It's insane. And it's amazing. Shout out to Substitution Jutsu, though, man. Saving lives, even in other series. Absolutely good stuff, man. Great sauce of a chapter. Chrollo vs. Hisoka is living up to the hype for me. I am loving this fight. I can just imagine this fight being animated. There's no a hiatus symbol on the bottom, so we're guaranteed to get a chapter next week. I'm just curious on seeing how this bout is going to end, man. Will somebody interrupt? That's the possibility I see. Somebody has to interrupt this battle, because I can't see anyone dying, man. But listen, Hisoka and Chrollo, they've been going in. They've been going in on every single level I can possibly imagine. Just let me read Hisoka's quote once again right here. What makes it truly troublesome is not the fact that once affixed, the seals will never disappear until they explode, but that the copies that have been marked with the seal won't disappear. Now the copies themselves. It's Chrollo's genius. Chrollo is a genius, and I can't wait to see where this fight's gonna go, because they seriously, it's like they're so evenly matched, but at the same time, it always feels like Chrollo's one step ahead. Then like Hisoka feel like he catches up, but Chrollo always has the advantage, and it's kind of weird seeing Hisoka in this situation, but I like it. I really do like it. You guys have an awesome day. My boy Chrollo, man, and even Hisoka, shout out to both of them, man. They're going in, but Chrollo with that genius substitution jutsu technique here in the end, covert hands, creating a copy was absolutely awesome sauce. But I love this chapter. Just, we're continuing the greatest, and there's a chapter next week, man. I'll see you guys next week. Hunter, awesome sauce. I'm so happy that the series is back, and it's back with this Chrollo vs. Hisoka, man. It makes those 2 years really worthwhile, man. You guys have an awesome day. Chrollo vs. Hisoka for one of the best fights in the series. Have an awesome day, man. Yeah. On the next installment of that awesome sauce, we tackle that latest Q&A video, which might be over 3 hours long. Have an awesome day, everybody.